Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here, rocking my Newark Illustrated old school T-shirt from back in my day when we was proud of where we come from. Okay, but right thinkers, thank you for tuning in. Let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. I can't wait to get this lesson started. So let's do how we do. Right thinking mission, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten. I'm going to do that. Inspire, hopefully doing that. Definitely educate. I got that for you. And with that, motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing who you are, aka know thyself. You know the goal. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain that goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Our ancient ancestors was big on self-knowledge. So they left us the decree, know thyself. I'm about to give you a lesson about that right now. So let's go. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. It's all good. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. That's cool. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. I got you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that self. And to my yacht, be true. We're going to talk about what is right thinkers. Let's talk about what is the purpose of the Anuian theurgy and the Anuian tree of life. Now, I just read that to you. This is the topic. This is what we about to get into. You see the first thing he's saying there? See it in that corner right there? Can you see it? What does it say? What does it say? Purpose of all humans who come in here. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Your human experience is to, you ready? Know thyself. That little phrase, it's a little message that a lot of us go right past. When we say the same thing in in earth, hallowed be thy name, thy will be done on earth. Who is thy? We knew that a long time ago. So let's get with the lesson. That's the purpose of finding out thy, which is you need to know thyself. That's you. Okay? All in a nutshell. Let's go. It starts out with you got a man sitting there. It's the hieroglyphics. It reads Reek I am I. That's the first translation in hieroglyphs. Breaking it down. Know I in heart, mind. Second, now this is how it reads. I know what is in my heart, or more known, I know myself. Or exactly. When you know my and thy, you came one with your higher self. It's subliminal messaging, but it's subtle. But if you got somebody who can help you out, you can get the concept, and all of a sudden, you off. Why? Because you get the concept. It's hard when you don't understand what the concept is. If you don't know 2 plus 2 equals 4, you're gonna struggle. You might know 3 plus 1, yeah, but 2 plus, for some reason, it ain't making sense. Once you get the common understanding of something, you can take it and run with it. Trust me, that's the idea for telling our young and teaching them what right from wrong. They can take it and run with it. Give them the truth. They'll take it and run with it. I've been lying to them, and they coming back. What the hell is this? I don't have that problem with my kids. I told the truth. Moving on. Now, the AB, they call it the IAB. They spell it IAB, or you can just spell it AB. Okay. But that's the heart, is the mind of a person. You know what I'm saying? The ab, the heart, is the mind of a person. How could that be? It's my heart. It pump. I was so ignorant. I used to tell people the heart means nothing. It just pump blood through the body. Yeah, I was ignorant. I'd be the first to admit it. But once you get enlightened, once you get that information, you're going to take off and run. I've been running with it ever since. Watch this. So the heart is what? That's the conscious mind. That's where God dwells. That's why at Judgment Day, they judge what? Your heart. What? God speaks for you. If you know him, he will speak in favor. If you don't know him, he can't speak for you. Trust me, that's a phrase, that's a concept. And watch this. The heart ab is the mind of the person. The ego thoughts, that's the you identify, watch this, aspect of the personality. It is the essence which contains what? The desires, the feelings, and the unconscious thoughts which emanate where? You ready? From the soul, the ba of the person. Thus, to know one's heart, die, is the great injunction of spirituality and right thinking philosophy. I'm trying to get you to know who you are. I ain't telling you, you're God. No, no, no. That's up to you to decide when you understand and find out who you are. I ain't got to tell you that. Self-mastery will release that to you in your own time. That's the mystical experience that all religions promise you. But if they don't give you the things you need, you'll never have it. You'll never receive it. You'll never reach it. Sorry about that, but I'm adamant about that. It ain't about belief. It's about a spiritual system with principles that you can stand on. For to know this heart is what? Indeed synonymous with what? You ready? Knowing thy innermost self. And who could that be? We tell you all the time. And if you're ignorant of who you are, even if you find yourself, you would know. Sorry about that. I get excited. Yeah, I'm in mode right now, boy. I'm raring. Why? Because this is all good stuff. This is stuff that once you get it and understand it, you're good to go. That's why I'm trying to get everybody to know why. It's good. It's the gospel. Like the 42 injunctions of Maya. I've been practicing that stuff over 30 years. I know it frontwards and back. Why? But I live it. That's the beauty part of it. Knowing don't mean a damn thing. Do you live it? Yeah. Do you pass the scrutiny? Yeah. Can you? Simple. It's a challenge that you should make personal. Because if you can't, you should take it personal. It got to do with me. I ain't the bad guy. When I tell you about the religion that you follow, your belief system, when I point the flaws out, don't get mad at me. I'm a teacher. I just teach. I see things a little different. So I can use it to benefit, to teach, to help, enlighten, not to discourage or disrespect. No, I don't do it for that purpose. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm doing. But they followed them 42 injunctions of Maya. The teachings that Maya is in the writings of the Per Im Haru, the book of the dead, or we know better, book of coming forth by day. It's preparing you for that next life. If you follow me, you know what I'm talking about. If you're new to this, you can say, what the hell is he talking about? But when you are given from the first person singular, not commandments, perspective, but when you indeed they meant as universal injunctions and therefore may be read, the 42 confessions, like the 10 commandments, but the commandments, and I don't do the commandments. I do the injunction. Why? Because I'm going to tell you right now, they go like this. You read it like this. The commandments say, do not lie. Instead of, I have not lied. I'm speaking for myself. And once you start doing that, they can say, don't lie. But do they know in your heart if you're lying or not? You do. So you speak for yourself. Now, it's a little different. It's easy to say it. But when you got the atone to it, it makes it a little different now. That's the difference in following a philosophy, a principle, not just a belief system. You can just say, yeah, I believe Christ is the Son of God. You don't know crap. You just believe it. When that's all they ask, that's all you guys give. You think that's going to get, really, you think it's that easy? A lot of y'all still down here. A lot of y'all ain't going to get here. If you follow what you've been following, you ain't never going to get up that mountain. Moving on. You're never going to climb Jacob's ladder. You're never going to get your kundalini to rise up to 33 vertebrae of the backbone to reach the brain or get you enlightened from within, not outside. It happens inside. So if you still follow a belief system that's keeping you lower level, be my guest. But when you do my yacht philosophy, it's holding yourself accountable. Now you can't blame nobody. Okay? Take responsibility for your actions. You're gonna have to do that anyway. At Judgment Day, that's how it's done. So in the context, watch this. Now in the text of chapter 26 of the Per Im Haru, the initiate, at this time his name was Ani. He says he has gained control of his body, meaning his lower nature. He ain't letting that thing guide him. Young man, when you get better at that, you can say the same thing. I have control over his body. Sorry about that. But when he says, I have control over my body, mean I control my lower nature. I passed that test. And then he's telling you his soul will not be imprisoned. Okay, it's about to be free. Why? Because he did the right thing. And this clearly what it means, that he has gained self-knowledge of his true and deeper, powerful self, aka higher self. So now he no longer knows himself as Ani. Who is he? But as the higher self, Haru master of self. That gives him what? The power over who? His ego, his uncle, Set. That's your identity, who you think you are, personality in the physical world. The ego is who you are. You have to conquer him. He ain't going nowhere. You and him, Set and Haru, share the same body. It's just the mentality. That's what changes. And watch this. In the physical world as well as the netherworld, because you won't make it to netherworld if you fell in the physical world. So there are other passages in the chapter with 17 in chapter 64 and elsewhere in the Per Im Haru, as well as the temple inscriptions with the same teachings. Know thyself. The Greeks took it and they made it famous. Like a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's one. They think the Greeks, when I heard it, I was enthralled with it. I thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm a thinker, I know myself. When I got to Egypt, I started learning the truth, because they didn't give me the truth. They gave me their versions of it, and okay. But when I got the truth, if you are being told a lie, and the person who's lying to you, once you find out that he lied or she lied to you, you have a choice to make. That's up to you. Moving on. I ain't got no more to say about that. I made this decisions for myself to deal with people a certain kind of way. So you're dealing with a liar, understand who you're dealing with. It's your choice. But watch this. Now, know thyself. And that later was popularized. Guess what? Oh, I just forgot about that. See, I do this. It was later popularized by the Greek temple of Apollo in Delphi. Man, know thyself. That's where I got it from. That's where I first heard it. I didn't hear it from the Egyptians. I heard Sun and Bunum. That means the supreme good. That means you got knowledge and you can raise people up from the dead level to living level with what? Knowledge of self. I'm a Mason, remember? So I know the power of knowledge. Now I know the real power of knowledge, because they use that belief game on you and they suck you in, so you don't really, so you go with the flow. Get the truth. Trust me, it supersedes all belief. Moving on. Now, perfect segue. I got a few more minutes to go. Let's talk about Shetaut. Shetaut Netta. First word, Shetaut, means mystery, hidden, something hard. So if you practicing Shidi, that means you're doing some work to find out what? Some hidden stuff that ain't visible to the common person. You're doing some profound, some extra work. We call it due diligence. How about that? Putting in some work. So Sheta means mystery. Sheta, again, hidden. So God is hidden. The mystery you want to study to find out is only a mystery for those who don't know. Be in the know. Know thyself. Let's go. So now in our study, the first and the most important teachings, watch this. This we need to start, is to be understood by all right thinkers or spiritual aspirants who wants to practice this teaching. I'm not twisting your arm. I'm not making you a bunch of promises. I ain't selling you a bill of goods. I ain't doing none of that. I'm here if you choose to come. I'm here to give it to you. That's what I can give you. And watch this, for those who want to practice right thinking teachings, and it's the Egyptian religion. It surrounds the ancient Egyptian word sheti, Sheti, or Shedy. The T and the D pretty much sound alike. I tell you, in China, they use the T sound as the D. We use the D sound as the T. Simple. Moving on. So, but she D or she T, the same thing. It means what? Spiritual discipline. Adhering to a higher level of understanding. Those are the principles that you stand on. Maya philosophy, holding yourself accountable to do the things that's right, to know right from wrong. Okay, once you know right from wrong, you are a deciding factor. You can choose to do right or you can choose to do wrong. It's always a choice. And guess what? You're responsible for the choice that you make. That's all. And if it's good, good response. No good in return. If it's bad, you'll know why, because you're going to get that too. So moving on, just trying to make the lesson real simple. This ain't brain surgery. So this is the beginning of how you start. Why? It's a philosophy that you got to stand on. If you're a Muslim, that tenet said no eating pork. You can't go sneak and eat pork because nobody see you. You do. Again, hold yourself accountable. If you're a Christian, be a good Christian. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm a right thinker. I'm going to be the best right thinker I can be. I'm a spiritual being having human experience. I want to have the best human experience I can by knowing myself and being the best I can. That's all we can do. Moving on. I hope I'm getting my point across to you. I feel like I'm preaching sometimes. Get back to the lesson. Sorry about that. Okay, but shidi means spiritual discipline. Shidi comes from the root word shita. The ancient Egyptian word shita means something which is hidden. God is hidden, secret, unknown. You have to learn about him. We teach you about him. That's what we do as sages and teachers, gurus, mystics, whatever you want to call them. Our job, pastors, ministers, reverends, saints, chaplains, the job is to help you get to God. I ain't trying to profess God to you. I'm trying to get you to him for yourself. And you'll be professing to somebody else. That's the gospel. That's how it's done. And when something is secret, unknown, or cannot be seen or understood, a secret, a mystery. Everybody came in Egypt said we had Egyptian mystery system. And we did. Why? We're not going to tell you. You come into the hood, back in my day, you wasn't getting nothing. Okay, now cop coming. Oh yeah, he right around the corner. His grandmother across the street. He put a stash over the grill house. They tell everything. No more unity. No more sticking together. So they broke the tribe up. They broke the community up. So now it's not really a community. It's just people who live around each other. Don't know each other. I lived in the building 5 years. Didn't meet nobody. So that's not community living. Simple. Okay. But all these things that we use. Okay. So rituals. You got words of power. They call them ka or heka or mantras. I don't do the chanting thing. Okay. Your religious text and they got pictures or what? Shetaut netta or you got divine mysteries. Sheti, spiritual discipline, is what? Is to go deep inside yourself and what? Into the mysteries of self to do what? Study and master the mysteries or of self, the teachings, and they even had literature back then, which was profound. Why? If you studied and learned it and lived it like I'm trying to teach you, that's what I did. It's profound. You will change. And watch this. To penetrate the mysteries of what? Self. It's all about the self. Thus, Shiti is a spiritual discipline or what? A program, what? To promote spiritual evolution, which under which was used in our ancient Egypt. That's what they studied. They didn't have a bunch of belief system about a bunch of gods and no, we have fully understand the philosophical concept that we stood by and learned and made us good people. Now we can begin. Now you got the concept. Now we can begin to expand on what? The teachings of the spiritual program. It's a step-by-step concept. And this knowing each God for your personality is going to be a process. They all fall under the broad term, you ready? Tawi, aka Egyptian yoga. We've been doing this for a long time. The hieroglyphic text, which is the text on the wall, pyramid, relates to the term that explains what? The mysteries provide insight into what? The vast philosophy of the Kemetic ancient Egyptian spirituality concepts. They taught them, they lived them, everybody was on board. The essential aspects of the teachings of our ancient Egyptian religion outlined in the Kemetic mystery system hieroglyphs are explained below. I'm going to go through that, but not right now. I got more to tell you right now. I got to go. But we're going to pick back up with the Sheedy lesson and understanding how to understand the hieroglyphics. I ain't going to break them all down, but I got a few of them that I can break down for you. So in closing, right thinkers, you should be learning the purpose of what I'm giving you, knowledge of self. There's a purpose and a reason that you can live by and live with. So all my right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, be 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be right back.